So how do you build scenery in Lego? Well, the ground you build out of bricks. Some people use slopes. To start decorating it with greenery, Lego has 4 different kinds of trees, although the tall one on the left hasn't been produced for many years, and I believe the 10 that I have were from the last run. So there's the round deciduous, this large, and the small spruce trees. These guys are called spiky bushes for obvious reason, come in a variety of colors. I probably don't have them all. These are a more undersea piece. These 2 are what they call foliage pieces. So the large ones on the right and the small ones on the left. And as you can see, they come in a variety of colors as well. Looking at my set now, I see that I don't have dark green small foliage. That's going to be a problem for big spruce trees. Oh well. Not sure what you call that. Big viney thing. That little guy? That's the only one in that shape that I have. These 2 are an old style that goes with the sets for younger kids. There's 2 or 3 colors of the flower part and then the green leafy part. This is the regular flower part from Lego for many years. The 3-pronged unit will fit on a stud, and then there's a disassembled set of the flowers as they come, and that shows a variety of the colors that you can get. There's a different stalk that has a pin on the bottom instead of fitting over a stud, but still 3 spikes to put flowers on. These are a newer kind that still fits not on a stud, that have 5 sticks pointing out. I've got green and nougat, I don't know. This shows one of those with a bunch of a new kind of flowers on them. There's a vine. That I think of as a carrot top, because you stick them in the top of carrots. These are nice. I like those. They really look like a plant. That one I think of as a frog foot, but it's greenery as well. Make trees out of them. A swamp type thing, and when my mother first saw these, she said they were swords. I have green and red. These are a more interesting piece that can be used in some places. Not sure how many colors they come in. And here are some older style stuff. That's a 1-piece palm tree stalk. That's a 1-piece palm tree foliage. These are a base and a segment of palm tree pieces that you could do in various heights. And these are 2 kinds of large leaf that I think you can still get these. They fasten on with studs. These guys, the palm tree ones, I don't think those are available anymore. Certainly all of mine are in the old brown color. Okay, you've seen the back of my mountainside before. I replaced 1 tree with what I call dead, a spiky bush. It turns out the spiky bushes take a bit more room at the base than the trees do, so that's the only one I've done. I might fiddle a bit trying to put some grass stalks in there, the flower bottoms without flowers on them. So we now go down to my scenery area. As you can see, it's a lot busier now. So I planted a lot of trees, I've planted clumps of flowers, spiky bushes, and various other things. Here's the other side, the upper part. Yeah, it's not bad when you look at it from the side. Bit busy. Okay, maybe a lot busy. Tried some experiments. Down there, what I did is I took one of the large foliage pieces, the dark green, and filled all the little holes in it up with the new 5-pointed spiky things, and a couple of the brown ones to go with it. A cluster of regular plant bottoms there, and then I put my other made up thing over there. And as you can see, I've used the old style big tree stumps, and I put a little underwater thing on it to represent a bush. The other one you've seen before is the one up here where I put a small spruce tree on top of it to show the spruce tree growing back out of the stump. So it seems to look best if you do clumps of things rather than just throwing grass around like I've done here. I don't really like that area. But it'll do for now. Let's come back to these for a minute. As you'll notice, there's lots of colors. However, Lego does not make all pieces in all colors. And, unless you've got $100,000 plus to spend, they will not make them for you. So you're limited in what you can do. You're also limited by what is available. Sometimes you can't get a particular piece in a particular color, even if it exists, in large quantities. Or, if you can, you have to wait a couple of years to do it through one of Lego's programs. So, like many people, what I like to do is build with what I have, rather than planning it all out in detail and waiting many, many years to get all the pieces. But, for your interest, on the right we have what's called bright green, then regular green, and then dark green. And then that one's dark red. That, I think, is nougat, and no, and that's dark tan maybe. And that's nougat, and that's one of the purples. You'll notice over here, there's like 3 different purples and white. Bright, no, that's lime green, regular green, and that's olive green, I believe. So, yeah, I don't know the colors very well because I don't have a good memory. But as for the spiky bushes, I have a few red, only this one, what is that, bright orange, I guess, or something. And then that's lime green and regular green. Some of the spiky bushes in dark green would be nice. Some of these trees in dark green would be nice. Lego does make one of the 2 spruce trees. I don't remember where, I think it's the big one. In a mixed of colors where it's green and then white on top representing snow. This big one here, like I say, those were from years ago and they aren't made anymore. Here are some of the pieces that I've bought lots of to help me build trees. As you saw, the Lego trees are not very big, so to get a decent sized tree you have to build it. There are lots of techniques, and I don't have the pieces for all of them, but we'll see what I can do. Some people also build scenery out of slopes. So for example, there are what we call 45 slopes in 1 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 3, 2 by 4, 2 by 8. And there are double concave and double convex roof peaks, roof peak ends. There's also inverse ones, but you don't really use those in scenery. These are what we call 45 degree because it goes up 1 brick in 2 studs. These are what we call 33 degree or 30 degree because it goes up 1 brick in 3 studs. There's inverses of those as well. Here's an even lower one that goes up 1 brick in 4 studs. And of course there are some inverse ones as well, various sizes and shapes. You've also seen me build with tile, the stuff with no studs on the top, plate, which is 1/3 of a brick, and of course lots of brick. There are other sizes and shapes of slopes, as well as many, many sizes and shapes of brick.